He is the author of Bringing Back the Beaver. He is with us from his farm in Devon. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming on the programme. So let's start with the beaver. Why is the beaver the Earth's best friend?
Okay, the beaver's the Earth's best friend because it's a water gardener. It creates complex sponges by building dams and canals to suit its own needs, and in those dams and canals in the wetland environment it regenerates, sphagnum mosses reform, and it slows the flow of water. So if you want water, you know, not coming into your villages and flooding your schools and your churches and institutions, then beavers on the headwaters above your village are good news.
So do you support beaver bombing?
Yes, I think we should erect statues to the brave people who took action, because without them, nothing at all would have happened. What you've had from the politicians and many nature conservation organisations as well is fine words but no action. So the people who have released the beavers and established a population which perhaps now, you know, amounts to somewhere in the region of 3,500 animals nationally are heroes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get an impression of what beaver bombers look like. Are they clambering down riverbanks in the dead of night with beavers in their baskets? How does it work? And where do they target?
Well, I don't know. I mean, do they look like Stig of the Dump? Or I don't know. I mean, do they look like Lady Gaga? They're probably a very diverse bunch of people, but of course they operate in secret, so nobody's really sure. But I think it would be hard to stereotype them. They're people who believe firmly that this creature, you know, and all the science supports their case, is incredibly important as far as the recovery of nature, and indeed as far as creating a livable island or perhaps planet in the Northern Hemisphere is concerned. Yeah. So they're brave people and they're doing the right thing. Right.
Now I'm looking at your beavers on your film here that appear to me to be in the wild, and previously they were in enclosures. So how did they get there?
Well, they were in enclosures to start with, and then would you believe that in Owen Patterson's time, remember he was the man that accused the badgers of moving the goalposts, then the badgers actually dug into the beaver enclosures, and the beavers went out through the badger holes, and when eventually the police were called to adjudicate the matter, they decided it was an act of God because the beavers and the badgers had worked in collusion to allow the beavers to return to their former haunt. And that former haunt is the River Tamar, where now they're on every main tributary of the river and they're doing well.
I believe you, Derek, but I believe you, but I think some would find it suspicious that the foremost supporter of beavers also suffered this heinous breakout into the river. I don't know. Let me bring in our panel. Stay there.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's been adjudicated.
You can't see the shovels in the background.
Let me bring in our panel. Chris has actually been away to Labour office today to ask about this. Yeah. Shall I read you what DEFRA said? They say we will continue to work with Natural England to develop our approach to beaver reintroductions.
You've just read it live for us. Thank you. I've got nothing now. Well, I'll say is, I'll do this once and never again. I'm going to quote Boris Johnson, who in the party conference coming out of the pandemic said we need to build back beaver. And I think that's very true. We need to do...
So what happened to that?
Labour and Tories, obviously.
What happened, Derek?
Boris, for all his many faults, was actually very supportive of the restoration of nature on a grander and wider scale, as was Michael Gove. Whatever you think of their politics, Gove, acted very well. We had good contacts with him. The man was immensely intelligent and did what he could in his power to move issues like beavers and white-tailed eagles and other nature recovery projects forward.
Do you know what the biggest problem is? I'm going to throw this at Tim, because obviously the last government is kind of known for this. It's planning. It's back to planning, because they have to have a plan for putting the beavers out. In Hampshire and the Isle of Wight, it's 100,000 words, the planning document. It's taken 5 years and they still haven't released any.
Well, it's actually... You've been quoting Boris, Chris. I'll say in return, the one big hope I have for Labour is actually a simplification of the planning regime, because it has become an absolute nightmare. And if Labour builds homes, releases more beavers,
into British countryside, it'll be worth it.
See, we do give a damn.
That's a terrible
Well,
Derek, thank you so much. Thank you for coming up from your farm tonight. Lovely to see
Neil,
you.
thank you very much.
And to our panel.